Wow, what an amazing load of words there. You guys wake me up more than anyone in the morning. I'm normally miserable. I come in here and you make me so happy.
You're not miserable.
Well, I don't know, 7 o'clock in the morning,
funny.
ask my husband.
Well, here's the thing. So I am never miserable, but people see me walking down the street and they go,
"You're never miserable."
I know, but they say when I'm not talking, right, in the street, they go, "Cheer up, Chris, it might never happen."
Oh,
and
God.
I'm like, because I have a I think they call it an RBF.
I want to punch people that say that, to be honest.
but you are always happy.
Aww.
I think it's just you don't think you're happy.
I was in there.
No, you hear barking, but we just hear laughing and
that's
joy.
very sweet. That's very sweet.
Right. Unbelievable / not unbelievable. Great news that Dish is back for Series 5. You can say what you like. You can respond to this in however you like. I really mean it. It's the funniest podcast on the planet. I listen to more podcasts than anybody else on the planet, and I will take anybody I will bet anybody any money in the world that I listen to more podcasts than anybody else alive. Right? I do.
I'm not taking that bet.
Early morning commute. I listen to because of the show and people coming on the show.
You're running,
and I love them
listening.
anyway. I'm always running. I'm in the gym. I listen to all the podcasts. Yours and Nick's podcast with Waitrose, the Dish podcast, is the funniest podcast on the planet. And it just got funnier because Claudia Wilkerman's on it. Are these the Carfest people? Come in. Let's have a live audience.
Oh,
Come on.
lovely Carfest.
You have a live audience on Dish.
Yes, we do.
I know this because I've been on it.
There's like thousands of them on Dish.
It's so fun.
They're brilliant.
Hi, everyone. Morning.
Morning.
I said hi, everyone. Morning. That's more Dish-like, isn't it?
Morning.
So Waitrose are clearly happy.
They're very happy, yes.
It has a great audience. For people who don't know what Dish is, give us an elevator pitch.
So we invite a guest on, your good self. This series, we've got Jay Blades. We've just launched with Claudia Winkleman. We've got Elizabeth Day, Siobhan McSweeney. They come on, they tell us what their favourite food is.
Yes.
I cook a dish, so someone may say, I love pasta or fish. So I'll make a dish which includes whatever they would love to eat. We match it with some wine if they want to drink. If they don't, we do non-alcoholic. And then we chat. And I think it's great because Nick and I get on well and no one thinks we should. On paper, Nick and I are totally different. We're so different people. But actually we get on so well and we just rip each other apart, you know.
You do and you don't.
There's love there. There's absolute love there.
It's like us and myself. The thing about you, Nick, is you both got a huge sense of humour.
Yes, yeah.
You both don't really mind what's, you don't pull any punches.
No.
Waitrose might edit them out now and again, but you don't pull them out during the recording because I've been there. It's all the fun, everyone. It's all the fun. But also, he loves food, and you love food, and he can cook a bit.
Yes.
You can cook a lot. And also, the guests that come on, we all love to come on your show. It's like Saturday Kitchen.
Yeah.
We all love to go on Saturday Kitchen as well. It's one of those shows we all love to go on.
Yeah.
And then when we get there, you don't take yourself too seriously, nor does Nick. Hopefully, nor do the guests that come on. And that is a recipe for a great listen.
Exactly. And people are relaxed. They're around the table. They're eating food. There's a great, as you say, there's a great audience.
There's going to be no curveballs.
Nothing. You're not trying to catch people
out.
out.
No agenda.
It's like they've come round to your house for dinner.
Oh, my gosh.
No, it's brilliant. So... Thank you. I love that you love it. We need you back on. That. We need all the Virgin team. You all need to come together.
I think Hannah and I are still threatening to do.
You've got to, yeah.
To come as a twosome.
Yeah.
Right. So, but then there's Claudia Winkleman. Right. You're an extremely funny woman. Rachel Paris, who does funny for a living, is on the show between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
And then there's Claudia Winkleman.
Then there's Claudia. She's on another stratosphere.
She's unbelievable. She's so funny on this.
And she's another one that's irreverent about herself. She just takes the mickey out of herself,
She takes the mickey out of herself. She's so clever.
Yeah.
They said when they were asking Claudia before, and she, on the emails via our agent or whoever it is, I know you both know her anyway.
Yeah.
And you talk and you text, and you both love traitors and all this kind of stuff, and you text her during your traitors saying, "What are you going to do about this?" She says, "I'm not on. I'm at home with my kids. Shut up. It's not live. Go away." Go away, Nick. Go away, Angela. I'm not coming on your podcast. And then we're asked to fill in this form about the food we might like and the food we don't like. And she says, I'm happy for Angela to cook me anything as long as it doesn't wobble. Which is such a Winkleman... because it's silly, isn't it? See, I don't mind wobbly food. Well, I didn't until I heard Claudia say that, and I thought, oh,
yes.
I'm not sure I can eat any wobbly food anymore.
She's ruined it for all jelly lovers in the world.
She
really has.
Give us some wobbly food.
Yeah, blancmange, anything soft she doesn't like.
Yeah.
She's like risotto. And actually she does like risotto, but it's the wobbliest, panna cottas, blancmange.
No. She likes your risotto.
Yeah. Oh, yes, she is fussy.
Yeah, so this is, you can get this podcast today. It's really, this episode drops today for Mother's Day. They got Claudia on for Mother's Day special. She went, I hate Mother's Day. It's so look, we're just talking about it. It's funny. She said, I can't stand Mother's Day.
Oh my God, yeah.
My kids can come and hug me and they can kiss me on any day but Mother's Day. My husband can kiss me and tell me how she loves me on any day other than Valentine's Day. I am not falling for it.
She is ruthless.
And then she talks about risotto.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, the thing about Angela's risotto is that she cooks it and it's edible. She says, when I cook risotto, it's overcooked and undercooked at the same time. And I'm thinking, I know exactly what she means. Because my wife, who can really cook.
She's great.
Natasha's
amazing.
She still struggles with risotto.
No way.
Honestly, when is it going to... We've had a masterclass from Theo Randall. I was there and I still... Look, it's all right for you. Because you are Willy Wonka, right?
Thank you.
But you don't know... We don't know. You think, well, it just happens. No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen unless you're Theo Randall or Angela Hartnett. You can't get your risotto to turn.
We'll do another lesson. Get Tash over.
Give us a risotto super hack.
See, there's 2 secrets. Great stock and cook it for 20 minutes only. That's it. Do not cook it any longer. People think it's undercooked, but it's not. Just go to 20 minutes. Use great stock. And don't overcook it. Then it's like porridge. Don't do it any less because then it's too much of a bite.
Okay. That's what we try to do. You've not told me anything I don't know about risotto, but it doesn't
Chris,
work.
I see.
Okay. Here's what we'll do.
We'll do it. Should we do it live on the show?
I'll come to yours.
Yeah.
We'll do another dish. We'll do wherever you want. I'll meet you at dawn, with pistols drawn, and I will do what you said in front of you, and it will not work. Is that right or not?
All right, okay. That's a Carfest challenge then. That's a Carfest challenge.
I think risotto is the chef's version of the magic circle, where you're just not going to tell us how you do it. And you've all agreed to say these 2 ridiculous things. So I didn't mean to do that.
Thank you. I'm leaving now.
No, I really didn't mean to do
Chris
that.
has just stuck his fingers up at me, anyone who's
I
not watching.
really didn't mean to. It just came so naturally.
Most people do when they think about risotto.
There is one other thing I want to talk to you about.
Well, Giorgio Locatelli always said, look at a guy, a chef that's been in the Italian kitchens years ago, look at his hands. And he said they're enormous because of the beating of the risotto. Because you are stirring as well for 20 minutes. There are obviously a few other things. Yeah, there's a little figure of 8. Yeah, you see, you know your stuff. Anyway, I brought you a little present, by the way.
Go on.
This is we in our back garden in London, because we live in East London. I've got a lovely best friend who's lived with me for about 20 years, Salvatore. Right. Him and the bees do honey, and we've bought you a jar of honey.
Oh my gosh! I've just run out of my favourite honey, Lane End honey. I ran out of it last night, and I was listening to another podcast called the National Trail Running Nation.
Okay.
This amazing podcast from America. These 2 dudes, it's so funny. They're like you and Nick. They just get on so well, and they shouldn't be on the radio, or they shouldn't ever be given a microphone. And that's why they're any good.
Yeah.
And they said last night that the best diet that you can have for being healthy is meat, really good meat.
Yep.
Sustainably bred meat,
farmed,
which is full of nutrition, fruit, and honey.
There you go.
Not vegetables, not carbs. Those 3 things is that's the latest super fuel diet.
Yeah.
So thank you for my new honey.
Pleasure. Yeah.
No problem. It. So for risotto in this brand new episode of Dish Series 5 with Waitrose, it's available now. Also see jus, because you kick off with listeners' questions, don't you?
Yes, we do.
And there's a big jus question. When is jus a jus? Like it's the
jus gravy or gravy?
Yeah, it's like not jus there. It's like the jus of cooking. When is the jus not a gravy? When does the gravy become a jus? What's the answer?
Well, I think gravy, it's got flour in it. Jus doesn't.
Right, so jus is a bit thinner.
Bit thinner, more reduced, more intense. I think gravy for Sunday roast is the best.
Yeah.
It's without doubt. And that's what we did for Claudia. We did proper old school gravy.
Yep.
Make it from the juices, add a bit of flour, and then add some stock. And there's nothing wrong with a little stock cube. No. There are many brands there. Waitrose obviously do some wonderful ones.
Yeah.
And put that in, a little browning of the vegetables, and you got a lovely gravy.
Yeah,
Jus a bit more fancy restauranty.
Mark Appeal, famously, I know that he actually he's advertises Nor, doesn't he? But he a lot of his recipes start off with a bottle of ketchup or a bottle of HP in a proper posh sauce as the base for a sauce. And that's why I unashamedly now stick a bit of I did it last night. Tash made this beautiful sort of bean and tomato soup, super healthy, and I just stuck some HP sauce in there. Why not? If it's there.
Yeah,
if the heavy lifting's been done for you.
If you got and those things always have that umami sort of flavour there. That lovely like parmesan, like that yeast extract, all those little things. There's a great thing we do at Limewood where we do mushrooms with Marmite, and it's just amazing. Mushrooms just naturally you want to eat them. Add a dollop of Marmite on toast. I could eat that now, really.
We were talking about Ramesh Ranganathan. Who signed up for the marathon?
Ooh.
Yeah, secretly, quietly, not secretly, quietly
anymore.
But he came in here a couple of weeks ago, and he was looking, especially trim and full of energy. He's always one of the funniest people on the planet. Yeah. We are actually going to your restaurant for our pre-marathon meal.
Carb
yeah,
up.
Well,
tell me what you. I mean, we've organised, I think, but if you
carb
need
up's a bit of a myth, and it gets more mythy the more you talk about it.
So now are we honey, fruit, and meats? Is that what you're telling me? You're rewriting the menu, Chris.
But the point is, I don't know, and you can, whatever you if you keep looking for things, you'll always find something.
Of course, yeah.
And processed carbohydrates not great, processed food not great, super processed carbohydrates the day before not great, because it just all turns to sugar.
Yeah.
And if you start burning your sugars too soon in a marathon, then you'll have you'll hit the wall because you get the lactose, you get hyperglycemia.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can tap into your fat cells and get your fat feeding, they'll keep you going forever.
Yeah.
So we don't really want that much carbohydrates. I mean, what's your latest on this, Fassel?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I've got
don't
one
want to be
marathon.
For him not doing a great marathon run, just saying. So let's get the menu right.
The thing is,
I'm just looking for anybody to blame other than me and my legs.
It's probably not, and it's definitely not what they recommend. But the marathons that I've always done best in, I have done that old thing. It is an old thing now, and it's been scientifically proven not to work. But carb starving, carb loading. So you don't have any carbs for like the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday before the marathon, and slowly start to introduce them Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday you don't eat more, but just all of your food comes from carbs.
I'll tell you what they do say is pretty good. Rice as opposed to pasta, because it's more natural. So we could be heading towards risotto again.
Could be doing risotto, risotto, that could work.
But we're so excited. We've never been to your place on Marathon Eve.
Yeah,
Are you going to be there?
Yes, of course I am.
Come on.
Yes,
Angela. Yes,
I have a great spot to watch the marathon. Actually, it's the last sort of couple of probably the last miles. You're coming down past the old Billingsgate Market. There's a bridge that people don't really know. I'm giving it away now.
Yeah.
There's a staircase you get up to, and when my husband ran the marathon, I'd been waiting there for like a good few hours, and then this guy turns to me and he goes, "Were you looking for someone?" He goes, "Yeah, glasses, big nose, Kids Trust." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "He's just gone past." Apparently Neil's like this going, "Hello," and I was just aimlessly looking in the wrong way.
Always
my
the
work
way.
is done.
Yeah.
My work
Always
is done.
the way.
Yeah, I'll look out for you though.
So quickly back to jus again, because there's a soup hack, isn't there? How to make it all shiny. What do you do?
Oh yeah, take it off the heat when it's. Get it to a hot temperature, take it off the heat and cold diced butter in.
Cold diced butter.
And that gives it a little shine. Little shine.
Is that a trick? Was it a
little trick? No, it's a very French way. They call it Monte, Monte into it. And it basically, it gives it that beautiful shine at the end. But it's got to be off the heat and it's got to be cold.
Right, we're talking to Angela Hartnett, one of the funniest women I've ever met. Rachel Paris is on the way.
Sweet.
Claudia Winkleman. I mean it. Claudia Winkleman is the first guest on the brand new season of Dish, which is the funniest podcast in the world. And she's the funniest guest you've ever had on. And you've had lots of extremely funny people on. It's with your pals at Waitrose. That's all great. So you got all that going on. It's great. Is it true that you were desperate? You were praying at night, on bending knee, on your bed, on the mattress, right, praying for a fifth season of Dish just so you could get Claudia on.
Of course, yes. That's the only reason I signed up to the fifth series. I said, unless you get her as the first one,
right,
not doing it.
Apparently, Nick was constantly texting her. She considered it a decease.
She got
cease
a court
and desist
order. Yeah.
You were doing the same. How did you finally get Claudia Winkleman over the line?
You know why? 'Cause she's got a dog. She's got a dog now.
She brought the dog with her?
Yes, she brought the dog with her. Yeah. She could bring the dog. You see, we're very open to everyone. I've brought my niece in, who's a young little baby before. We've brought the dogs in before, so Claudia could bring the dog.
So dogs, babies welcome.
Yeah, everyone welcome.
Perfect.
Family show.
All right. So how many guests have you been responsible for booking yourself since Dish started?
Oh, I don't know.
Because you have some pull. You do have some power.
I did get Stanley Tucci. I must admit, I got Stanley. I think Stanley. And I think the other big one was Hugh Bonneville.
Hugh Bonneville.
You see, and then I'm going to take Claudia. I'm going to take that one.
So much fun.
I think that's enough.
So much fun. Who else is coming up this season? You've already mentioned it. Give us.
We've got Elizabeth Day, we've got Jordan North and William Hanson, we've got Danny Dyer coming up, Makita Oliver with Lily Allen, they're about to do a new podcast. So all is Marianne Keyes, so it's fantastic, and loads more. Hopefully.
You do like a little game in the middle of it all, don't you? The team come up with the game. So for Claudia, you've played Winkleisms. What is Winkleisms, please?
All the things we think she's making up. Like, does she go on the tube? She does, apparently.
All right, and things she may have said or may not have said.
Have said, does she like a wet kiss or a dry kiss?
All right, let's have a little listen to the latest episode of Dish, starring Claudia Winkleman with the irregular host, the one, the only, Nick and Angela.
We found, Claudia, loads of great things that you had said in a game that we're going to call Winkleisms.
Oh my God.
Did you say this?
Yeah, just so you know, I lie all the time.
Okay.
So some of these might come as a surprise.
Claudia Winkleman cannot abide cold food.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace. Fennel.
You refuse large eggs.
Yeah, don't like them.
Yeah, don't like them. Yeah.
Too showy.
You've never been to the gym?
Never.
No. You'd marry a potato.
I would. Yeah. Amaris Pfeiffer.
You think limes are quite sexy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
of course
truthful,
they are.
Yeah. You'd rather be licked by your dog than kissed by your husband's wet mouth.
Okay, that's an exaggeration. I just don't like a watery mouth.
Yeah. Watery?
I don't like it that he likes water and then he'll try and kiss me. It's all wet. I like a dry, crisp, arid mouth. It's a total turn on.
You only eat walnut whips whilst riding the tube.
I love a walnut whip, but although I will not touch the walnut. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just the whip.
I love a walnut whip.
I love a walnut whip.
I've not had one for years. Your McDonald's order is 4 filet of fish.
I love a fillet of fish,
Yes.
but I also like quarter pound with cheese. Hold the gherkin, please. Extra hot fries.
Okay, and finally, you said bagels are the polo mints of the carb world.
Did I?
No.
No, that one was false.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
There you go. You know your isms.
I mean, you don't get to listen to the show very often. And you're laughing along.
I love her.
As
She's
a
brilliant.
listener, how funny is that? Because we got
She
the
is
gang in from
brilliant.
Carfest. It's funny. It's very, very
She
funny.
is great. She's brilliant.
She is brilliant. She is brilliant. She's my favourite presenter.
Yeah.
She's the funny. She might be the funniest person I've ever met, and I've been very fortunate enough to meet.
She is.
And she's not necessarily a comedian. I think she's going on a tour soon, though. She's doing a stand-up tour.
Probably
soon.
about
She's
a
got
book
a
or
super
something.
new agent who said, "Get out there, people love you, Claudia." And I mean, she could do anything she wants.
But
Here
she's
or
she's
America.
amazing is that she doesn't take herself seriously, and she knows what I love about her. She goes, this could end tomorrow. And she's absolutely
She talks
okay
about it on
with
the
that.
show, doesn't she?
Goes, I'm absolutely okay with that. So I'm going to enjoy it while I do it. And then when it ends tomorrow, I've got my kids, and she's perfectly fine.
And she's currently ruling the roost on telly, as she deserves to, with Traitors and with Strictly and a couple of other shows. But also in this episode, you do talk about all the shows that she's fronted that haven't worked.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it is. And I remember Chris Tarrant doing loads and loads and loads of shows after Tiz was, and just doing shows and not unashamedly, because that's the wrong way of framing it, but sort of fearlessly, well, I'll give it a go, and they didn't work. And then, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Ka-ching, it's the jackpot.
There he goes, yeah.
Because you've got to crack on.
Yeah, you can't just wait around. Yeah, you've got to try things.
Lovely phrase I heard last week, human beings are made of mistakes.
Oh, that is really lovely.
Yeah, we're made up of mistakes, and if you're not making mistakes on a daily basis, you're not truly being a human being.
God, I'm doing that all the time then.
Exactly.
I'm really human.
So am I.
Constantly
And people who listen to the show on a regular basis will testify to that. But there is something about your studio, having been there. You go into your studio, you just feel funnier.
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoyed my episode. I watched a few bits of it back because it was out there. I thought, I look like I'm having a really good time with it because I was having just such a good time.
No, it's relaxed. Yeah, it's easy. It's not difficult. And I think you said it earlier. We're not trying to catch people out. I don't think many podcasts are, unless it's some political one. But I think we just want everyone to have a great time. And I think the table, the food, you know, it all makes such a difference. You know?
It's relaxed and it's energetic because the two are not mutually exclusive.
Exactly.
It's full of energy, but it's relaxed.
Yeah.
And the more relaxed things are, the more energy you can get through in the first place, and the more energy that gets through in the first place, the more people relax. It's one of those beautiful upward spirals in life as opposed to a downward spiral. I hope this show goes on forever. Are you happy for it to? Have you and Nick talked about that?
No, but Nick loves it. I mean, I love it. I do love it, and he loves having a huge crowd. And he's so polite about everything. He'll go, just excuse me, not that I want this to end. When are we finishing today? Whereas I walk in, going, I need to be done by 2:45. Can we just speed this up, please? You know. So
is it true that you say to your driver in the morning, keep the keys in the ignition? This won't take long. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, I'll get my bike ready, you know, exactly. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Well, that's why Claudia loved working with me. When we did Best Home Cook, I was literally going, we're going to be finishing by 4. Yeah. We are not here till 6.
She thought the same thing, but was too polite to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And she would say things like, look, I'm happy to stay here till 10, but what time might we be finishing?
And Nick's the same, whereas I'm going, no, come on, we need to move this along. Let's get.
We're already over time. Briefly,
I'm going to give you another present from our good friends at Waitrose. All these beautiful goodies for all you and the guys in the studio.
Okay. Thank you, Waitrose. Thank you. By the way, Waitrose, if the whispers I'm hearing about the future are anything, and if there's any traction in that to do with this show, then you bring it on.
Right.
Probably said too much. Don't.
Okay. I may be cooking on this show each week.
Yeah, what? That'd be cool. Oh my God.
Weekly, please.
Waitrose, we'll pay you.
Yeah.
How about that? The first ever sponsorship deal where the broadcaster pays the advertiser because we get Angela Hartnett thrown in.
Angela Fridays.
Oh my God. Anyway, sorry, I can't focus now. I've got the rest of the show too.
Dish by Waitrose.
No, but Sunday, Mother's Day, you did a roast for Claudia.
Yeah.
And you did this killer hack to do with Yorkshire puds and what you do with the batter. This whole 24 hours before.
Yeah, do it the night before.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Just from beginning to end, please.
Well, the point of, Yorkshire pudding, it is a batter, but you want the raising agent, everything to the eggs, basically, to rest overnight because you've just beat them, yes. And then you don't want to put them straight into a hot oven. So if you let them rest overnight, they're going to have much more power to rise up. Okay. So there you go. So let it rest. Yeah, make it the night before. Hot oven, hot trays, hot oil. Take the batter out so it's not fridge cold and then into the oven.
Coming in hot, Angela Hartnett, everybody. Yeah!
Thank you.
Come on. Control room round of applause for the one, the only Dame Angela Hartnett.